Hello once again. Well, you know what's gonna come next. It's gonna be another Marvel kit. What else? so, so today we got a Gundam model. One of those Gundam figures that you assemble together. One of those plastic models. And but this one is actually a type of unit called Zaku. So yeah, these green guys. Well, not really green. I don't think they're all green, but yeah, apparently these figures are called Zakus. I guess they're like they're kind of like the mechs who fight the Gundam mechs. But here we go. So very popular anime series. Lots of fans, and yeah, we're gonna build one of those models. But this is a Zaku model, not actually a Gundam model, even though it's from the same anime. So let's get cracking and let's open this up. Let's talk about the parts and let's build this thing. It's gonna be fun. So now, let's take a closer look into this Gundam model. Well, this Gundam model, it's actually a Zaku model. Zaku. So Zakus are like this kind of mech. Yes, I'm not sure if they're the enemies of the Gundams or if it's just a different kind of mech. But whatever, it's right there. It looks pretty awesome anyway. And this is this kit right here. They call it the MS-06 Zaku, the ground wall set. Well, yeah, I'm guessing what that means is they don't just include this figure. They also include like the tanks and the soldiers. That's all part of the set. See, like it shows it right there. These designs, like what they includes that Zaku unit itself, like different equipment, like weapons and hands, packs, whatever, and they include those tanks and some soldiers, those hover vehicles, I think. Oh yeah, that's the hover vehicle right there. So it's like, yeah, you can create one of those battle scenes from the anime. So that's a tank itself, Type 615 plus M61A5 main battle tank. It has 2 turrets. It reminds me of a mammoth tank from Command & Conquer, from the Command & Conquer video game series. And then includes some troops too. Yeah, these soldiers. Good luck fighting the mech. Yeah. And the hover vehicles. And then the Zaku unit itself, the Zaku mech, MS-06 Zaku. Principality of Zeon Mass Productive Mobile Suit. Oh, they call them mobile suits, not... Yeah, I guess they don't call them mechs. They call them mobile suits. Yep, and then that's a smaller picture of the front cover. And then, some scenes. I guess from the anime itself. Some battle scenes. See, I'm actually not familiar with the Gundam anime series. I mean, I know they exist, but I haven't watched the show extensively. I think I just saw one of the movies, like one of those 2-hour movies, those movie specials. I saw one of them, but and then I think I played a few of the video games too, but so I'm not completely familiar with the plot of the story. So enough chit chat. Oh, this one's from Bandai. Huh. Well, they're still around. Very popular Japanese toy model cartoon company. Let's open it up. And we got our parts. Oh, and by the way, you don't actually have to paint them, but I guess it would look better if you do. And I think for these Gundam models, the paint job is actually easier than the paint jobs for the other kinds of models. Because I remember it seems better organized. Like when I was shopping for these models, I saw like markers, they give you like markers that you just use to color the parts to give it the color that you want, as opposed to having to do a paint job and then it seems like the whole process is easier to do, because when you try to paint stuff, you gotta deal with the fact you have globs of paint, so some parts would look more painted, will have more paint than other parts. So that's why they use But then again, that's why they use the sprays, so they can have an even level of paint across the surface. But those sprays, they're actually cheap. They're pretty expensive. But I like how the Gundam models, what their company, I don't know who manufactures these models, but they let you buy like some markers that you can just use to color the models. So like very quick, you know, you don't have to buy a spray. You just buy the marker itself and just color, and then it looks good. I didn't buy that, but I guess after we put this together, after we put this model together, I'm gonna get some of those markers and show you guys. All right. So I'm gonna open up the models, the parts. I mean, I'm gonna open up the parts now. Oh, and speaking of which, yeah, this is the color, the list of colors that you should use. So like remember I said about those markers, yeah, apparently in some cases you gotta mix them together too, to get some of these colors, but here they are. And here's what everything will look like when you're done. The Zaku mobile suit, those tanks, the hover vehicles, and the Zaku's weapons. And then we got more we got more pictures of these units. Yep. So yeah. And then the instructions. I think the instructions they're all written in Japanese actually, but that doesn't matter. Let's look at the pictures. And some pictures of the model itself, and the writing's in Japanese too. I guess they're giving some background on these figures. Oh, by the way, did I mention I bought these in Korea actually? So I guess in Korea they only sell the Japanese versions. Yeah, in Korea they have a lot of model shops selling these figures, but they sell the Japanese version. Yep, that's nice. And now we have the parts. Let's take a look. Yeah, they're plastic parts. I'm guessing the green ones are for the Zaku mobile suit, and these ones I think it's for like the Zaku's weapons. You can see like the gun right there, the rocket launcher, and these are for the tanks. Like those tank models you saw. Yep. And this last one, I guess it's for those hover vehicles that we saw. And look, they're the little soldiers that we saw. They're right there. So I noticed that these soldiers, they're just gray. So yeah, we obviously gotta paint them to make them look like people. But they're so tiny, right? It's like, how are we gonna do that? That's gonna be an interesting challenge. But yeah, I think the easy part is putting these together. Getting the color right. Getting the colors right is a real challenge. And then here are those decals. So yeah, they're these decals, not stickers. Yeah, it's a little different. Like if you want to put the decals on, you gotta use water. It's not like a sticker where you peel and stick. You actually have to use water, and the whole process can be a little complicated. So yeah. And one of them included this. I'm not sure what this is for. Okay, it's just a label. The scale is at 1 to 144. So I guess that's the scale for this model. All right. Well, let's start building this thing. I'm gonna start with the tank first and work my way up. All right. And finally, I'm gonna make a separate video of constructing these models, because it's gonna take a while. I think it's gonna take a while, not a while. It's gonna take a while, I think. Yeah, and then that one will be done through a music video, like some of my other videos. So I hope you guys stick around and enjoy this video and that one that I will make someday in the future. So have a good day, everyone. And there will be more videos in the future.